And Adidas back? Are they back? There's a lot of rumors spinning around as I shine my camera up. That's better. There's a lot of rumors spinning around. Lots of people are saying that that Adidas and Kanye have reached a new deal to sell off the remaining produce of Yeezy sneakers. Now let's break into the background here really quick, because some of y'all were just been under a rock since October. Kanye West, who spoke some extremely point-blank statements about relationships that he has had with members of a particular community, aka the Jewish community, and was branded a anti-Semite. Very, very quickly, Kanye's comments also stemmed into a scenario where he was like, yo, how can I be an anti-Semite if I know who I am, you know, things like that. And basically was saying I can't be an anti-Semite because, you know, I'm basically, my people are Afro-Semitic. Anyway, that spun into the Kyrie Irving posting of a book, which spun into months and months and months of controversy, causing Kyrie to lose his relationship with Nike, and Adidas severing their relationship with Ye, aka Kanye West. So, but this is it. This is the difference. This is the key difference right here. There's a difference between being an employee and an owner. There's a difference between being an employee and an owner. Kyrie was simply an employee. He was a paid, very well paid employee of Nike. The concept of partnerships and things like that some of these players try to declare didn't exist. Okay? It didn't exist with Kyrie. Right? And some people say Natural Kingdom, get to that. They had no choice. You're right. But Kyrie was an employee. And he was an employee who had the capacity to affect design, but still he was an employee. Ye was not an employee. Ye owns those designs. You understand? He owns his designs. Yeezy is his. Adidas has a distribution deal, but they can't release a doggone thing because they don't own it. He owns his own designs. And they were mass producing. It was a 9-year relationship. They were mass producing based on forecasts, future forecasts. So they had stock ready to deploy, right? New things ready to unleash. Not only did Adidas have a stockpile of Yeezys, approximately $1.7 billion of shoes sitting around, Ye had Yeezys too. And Ye, when the deal broke, had the capacity to undersell the shoes he had in stock. He could have actually sold them for quite a price, because actually the demand for Yeezys has taken off about 30 to 50%. So people desperately want these shoes now that Adidas has broken ties. That's crazy. But Adidas can't sell them. But Ye can sell what he's got. And so, but Ye, very smart tactical plan, decided to undersell it, this fire sale, just basically almost give the stuff away. And so now you have a scenario where Adidas, they can't lie about it, they're about to take a $1 billion beating, 600 million euro beating. First loss in 31 years. This is my question, ladies and gentlemen. Is Ye really that smart? Like, is he? Because this whole, his business acumen. Let's not talk about his desires to be a president and all of his other kind of outlandish things that he has said. Okay, slavery's a choice and all these kind of things. Let's just stick with this business acumen. This guy's business acumen don't miss. This guy's business acumen really doesn't miss. Honestly, like I can't say enough about Ye's business moves. His business moves, whew, you've got a major retailer in a chokehold right now. They've got to backpedal their position on so-called anti-Semitism. I can't even say the doggone word because it don't even make sense to me to say it to them. The ADL is probably, Jonathan Greenblatt doesn't know what to do with himself right now if this thing is real. Because like I said, it's not being reported everywhere. CNN, Bloomberg, these people haven't picked it up. We have a couple of other places that have picked it up, but the major media hasn't picked it up. Maybe they never will because they really don't want to have to admit that Kanye beat these guys. But at the end of the day, you have a black man in America who says essentially, I am rich enough, I am powerful enough to force you to lose $1 billion if you don't want to do business with me. And you made those sneakers on your own nickel. You made all that stuff. You don't want to sell it? No problem. But guess what? Adidas is like, well, we're going to repurpose it. No, you ain't. You're not repurposing anything. You will not make a mold that you only not use one of your molds. Not even, you have to make a whole new factory. Like, I'm not saying he's gone that far, but he potentially could. You cannot do anything. You can't use the same factory. You can't use the same mold. You can't use the same design. You can't use the same anything and sell these things because I own it. According to Ye, Adidas has had JP Morgan freeze $75 million of his money. You know they had to let that go too. So that $75 million, to my understanding, was money put through on the deal happening. When they froze the deal, and essentially, when they froze the deal and his potential, I guess, his potential commission or payout was no longer allegedly on the table, they said, we're going to freeze this money because, you know, this money is not payable to you, which again is debatable. Because what is Kanye's job? His job was to facilitate the design of a shoe. If you choose not to release it, that's not my business. That's not this is not based on what you sell. I gave you the design. We forecasted what you're going to pay me. Pay me my money. So yeah, Kanye's Ye's lawyers. I know this man wants to be called Ye now, but it's just so annoying. All these guys. I remember, you know, P. Diddy, then became Puffy, and Sean, then he wants to be Sean. I don't know. It's hard to keep up. Sorry. You know, I go back and forth. But the fact that this gentleman had the capacity to fight on that level, I mean, whew, like he's a billionaire. We know this. They tried to mess with his net worth after this, but the guy's a multi-billionaire. Like the guy's a multi-billionaire. Greetings to you. And it's hard for some of us to sit down and get a grip of this, but the bottom line is these decisions they're not made in boardrooms. They're made in courtrooms. Okay? You activate your lawyers, your team of lawyers, your team of lawyers, and you say, go in there and get me my money. Put an injunction, make sure these guys can't sell anything. Go get my money from JP Morgan, make sure these guys have to release my money. And you know, the deals and that must be structured in ways that most of us have never dealt with business on this level, nor could imagine it. But at the end of the day, it's very clear that Ye's making a killing. Even when this guy's losing, he's winning. He's making a killing. Like this brother doesn't do anything dumb in the area of business. Like the last thing I think before he got with Kim, his design choices of clothes was horrendous. It's atrocious, right? And he had a big debt there. Apparently Kim paid that debt off. But that's the last time I really heard of Ye doing anything that seemed to be crazy in respect to business. Like his clothing line was just like, ugh. But the Yeezys hit like The Yeezys were money, baby. The Yeezys hit, and they're still hitting. And even though Adidas is stuck, because if they really legally sever, it gives him the right to take his design to anyone else. And then they're stuck with $1 billion of merchandise that they can't sell. They're just stuck with it. They just got to throw it in the garbage. So of course they got to come to the table. In the commentary of our brother here, I don't know if you're a brother, but Natural Kingdom, they have to come to the table. They have to. You're gonna hear all of these. I'm gonna get this. Natural Kingdom talking about this. Is he really married again, or is civil union? Hope there's a prenup. Listen, I don't know. These days a prenup don't even help. Can't even save you. Felicia, how you doing? Obscure. Hey, checking Obscure Scholar. Hey, what's going on? Listen, I'm talking about Ye. I'm talking about the fact that Adidas has to come back to the table now. Some people are reporting that Adidas has come to the table, that Adidas is sitting at the table saying, listen, let's figure out of selling off the stock that we already have. But if I'm Ye, and these guys are saying, listen, man, I know we kind of, jumped the gun with your statements, and can we come back to the table and have a conversation? If I'm Ye, I want the whole deal rewritten, because now when we come back to the table, I gotta put you in the little chair, in a really small chair. I gotta put you in that little chair. Sit down in that little chair. We gotta write this deal over again, because first of all, your company's tanking. Your shareholders are gonna run for the hills. They're running now. And you're coming back to the table because you need me to save you, because you can't sell those shoes. But we know those little 15 to 22-year-old boys, they don't care about this. They're still buying Yeezys. They still want Yeezys. They don't care. If they see Yeezys on discount, they're gonna buy them. They're gonna buy them. They want Yeezys, period. So if I'm Ye, I'm gonna sit back and say, hey man, we gotta re-ink this deal. We gotta re-ink this deal, or let them burn. I'm petty like that. I'm like, no, I want you to lose $1 billion. I want you to use $1 billion. I want you to do exactly what you said you're gonna do. I want you to sever this contract. I want you to not be able to sell my stuff that you have in stock. You're not gonna be able to sell one iota of it. And I'm going to start selling my own stuff, right? I'm going to call them Yeezys. That's it. And done. It's a wrap. Your stuff is gone. You can't sell it. I'm going to repurpose my own stuff because the designs are mine. And I'll sell it under a different name. Because if we have a contract in respect to the length of time, and they probably have a non-compete in there, some kind of non-compete contract, meaning if we sever ties, you can't sell under that brand for a certain amount of years. Could be a ridiculous amount of time too. Could be 100 years, could be 50, could be 75, I don't know. Could be a long time. But no, doesn't matter how you slice it. Ye's in the driver's seat of that situation. Ye is in the driver's seat of that situation. I don't care how you slice it. There's no way he's not. Because they can't repurpose it, they can't sell it, they can't release it, and they can't do it without paying him. That's the key. Got to pay me my money before you want to release it. You got pay me my money, baby. Release it all you want, pay me my money, or don't release anything. Let's go back to that original energy. Don't release anything. I can make more money selling anything. I can sell umbrellas. Okay, I can sell umbrellas in the Sahara and put Ye on them. Like, so I don't see how Adidas is going to do anything but come to the table with their hat in their hand. I could have said that more ratchet, but I'm righteous. They got to come to the table with their hat in their hand and say, hey, what can we do here? Let's see what we're saying here. Okay, yeah, we talked about this already. They should be forced to do a large public marketing stunt for him since they tarnished his reputation. The thing is, though, can you even tarnish? Ye is bullet. He's probably the most bulletproof guy I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen anybody more bulletproof since Jesus. Like this guy, what he can say anything. And Donald Trump tried it, but it didn't work for him. Donald Trump said he can say anything, but Ye can literally say anything, and it really, at the end of the day, if you give it time, it ain't going to affect him. When it comes back around, he said some crazy stuff. Black people should have sort of stopped dealing with him a long time ago. But y'all still love him. Y'all still, you guys still ride for Ye. Ye has said some crazy, wearing the MAGA hat, slavery's a choice, all kind of stuff that this brother has said. Black folks should have thrown him off the bus. So the Jews should have shown him off the bus. I mean, everybody should have thrown this guy off the bus, but they're like, no, we want his music, we want his products, anything Ye. Anything Ye. In fact, breaking up with Kim, jacking her up, was enough to cause women to come to cancel him. That didn't affect him either. He has done absolutely everything to be canceled. He couldn't do more. I don't know what else he could do to be canceled. Honestly, like what else could he possibly do? He offended the Jews, the blacks, and women. Like he's done everything. He's offended Democrats. He's gone across the board offending people. Unbothered. Right? Let me see. But a publicity stunt, they're gonna have to, maybe if they're smart, they just turn the tap back on and say nothing. Because they cannot publicly re-embrace him. All they can do is hope that that the media doesn't pick up that they're selling these things again, and just keep it going, keep it pushing. No press release. They gotta bend the knee. Kanye still supports black people. He might. I'm not saying he doesn't, but he's definitely offended them too. He's definitely offended black people. He's definitely offended black people. He might still support black people. I'm not saying he doesn't, but these people just walk across streets, bro. But he has definitely offended millions of black people all over the world. So, but the point is, Ye will offend us and then turn around a little bit later and say, hey guys, I'm on your team, help me. And then turn around a little bit later and then go make $1 billion and be like, yo, this guy. And turn around a little bit later and make a great song. Like he's a reinventor of narrative and self. And he's good at it. He's very good at it. Can't lie. But we can't say he hasn't offended. So what? These people offend blacks too? Listen, MJ, for real, I'm just speaking the facts, brother. I'm just speaking, or sis, I can't even tell if it's sister or brother because I can't see it from this, but so I apologize. I don't want to offend black people. But people were very offended by Kanye. Come on. When Trump was running, people were very offended. The whole black community was like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Pull up. And then other people did too. He wasn't by himself now. He wasn't by himself. He didn't go in there with a MAGA hat all by his lonesome. He had a lot of others too. But I'm just saying, he lined up on the wrong side of the line, on the wrong side of history a couple times, and with a couple of statements that pretty offensive. So the good thing about us is we don't throw our own under the bus forever because we can't afford to. We can't afford to give them back. We can't afford to give Kanye. We can't afford to uninvite Kanye from the barbecue, right? Although he's done some questionable things, quite questionable things. But this one here, kind of makes my heart warm. It makes my heart warm that these guys got to come back to the table and look a black man in his face and say, help us. Help us. We were trying to break you, but it didn't work. So can you now help us? Which is what most of us wanted for Kyrie. Most of us wanted Kyrie to be able to come back and say, okay, let me deal with you. Most of us wanted Nike to bend the knee, like it's apparently Adidas want to do. But what did I say initially? If you're an employee, and Ye really is the biggest thing Adidas has going for them. You know, Ye is essentially the MJ of Adidas. He has offended us, but we love him because we know where he's coming from. We all have been frustrated with our community at one point or another. We just don't always voice it. I think he wanted to say. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. And you know, he's from Chicago. He's put in the grassroots work for being part of the culture. He has, and he's said some crazy stuff. But the thing about American black people that is different than most black people all over the world, the chief thing that you will ride for is a black man winning. You guys will ride that out. A black man that's winning, you'll ride that out. You'll wink at some of his other things that he's done wrong. You know, if he's dating the wrong culture or something like that, you'll wink. You know, if he makes a couple of mistakes here and there, got a little criminal record, you doesn't matter, you wink. If he's winning and he's for us, we'll ride for you. That's what black people in America have taught the rest of us. Because in other cultures, you know, we want everybody to be, you know, pristine, without blemish. But Americans have taught us that. Americans have taught the world that, hey, listen, I can have a couple of bruises on my resume, but I'm still winning, baby. I'm still winning. So I hear what you're saying. And you can't script how people decide to love you. You can't. Some folk just ride with you because they just gonna say, hey man, I don't care. I like him. I like him. I like his music. People say, but haven't you heard of what? Nah, they gonna love you. Some people gonna ride for Rihanna, no matter what imagery. We're gonna ride for Bey, no matter what imagery. Right? I'm kind of on Rihanna. I'm on Team Rihanna. You can't really say much against Rihanna because, you know, I'm Team Riri. I don't know what to tell you. I like her, so I get it. I get it with Kanye. I understand it. I haven't figured it out. I haven't, but I get it, man. But at the end of the day, Adidas is going to have to do something significant to be able to allow the general public to re-embrace them regarding Yeezys and not look like hypocrites. They're gonna what is the mainstream media? What will the mainstream media do for their stock price, for their shareholders? Because that's what's happening at these board tables. Oh, I don't care about any community. I'm here representing my shareholders. That's what these guys are sitting around saying. Our shareholders should be our chief concern, and if we got to sell these Yeezys, we got to get back to the table of Kanye, then so be it. We're not going to suffer $1 billion loss because we're worried about a particular community. We've got a responsibility to our shareholders. That's the kind of conversations that are happening right now. Well, how are they going to protect their shareholders from the fallout of mainstream media when they come for Adidas after saying, "What? Y'all back in business with Kanye?" Ari Emanuel must be so enraged. You know, he is. Thank you very much, MJ. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. Listen, it's hard out here in these streets. And being a black man in America, listen, we don't have a lot of yays sitting around saying, man, screw Ye. We're gonna hop on this guy's wagon or hop on that guy's wagon. We don't have a lot of those dudes. So when we see a brother winning like Ye, and we see that, you know, he's hitting certain things out of the park, even though he strikes out some little areas, we want to cheer. We want to say, yeah, stick it to them good dudes. I'm good. I'm glad. Yeah. But then again, this is my issue with us. Then we're going to go and slip on those Yeezys again and walk out there and be like, I got my Yeezys on, but come on, man. Personally for me, I want Ye to get his money. I want Adidas to bend the knee, but I don't want to wear their brand. I don't want to go back to the same plantation slip back on those shoes. I don't care. I don't care if Ye can make his money. Let him sell it. Let him sell all those little shoes to Yentl and all those little Jewish kids and because those kids gonna be wearing them. I can't. You know what they should do? You know what Adidas really should do? They should have a whole shoe drive in the Jewish communities of New York, LA, and Chicago, and go out there and give those little Jewish kids, a little Yeezy shoe fair. That's what should happen. This just like the NBA had all these little Jewish kids sitting in the front row, telling Kyrie that we support you, Kyrie. Let all these little Jewish kids wear Yeezys. Look, let them be. That's exactly. Oh, I'm a marketing genius. That's exactly what Adidas should do. They should go out there and implore and tell the Jewish community, please forgive us. We got to go back into business with Kanye. Y'all know about money. Y'all ain't gonna give up your money, because you go talk to the Jewish community about money. They're gonna be like, yes, we understand. And then say, but please, Rabbi, we'd like to offer you a pair of Yeezys. And some of the members of your congregation. Bam! Overnight, Yeezys are back in business. CNN won't even talk about it. Tierra Lloyd, what's going on? No black man should have it. Exactly. Ye is the natural kingdom. Ye is the Malcolm X of this era. He is, because he got a whole lot of power. I think Ye has power that we don't even understand. How many of us can go and say, let me get a sit down with the Trumpster? How many of us can knock on Trump's door and how many of us can knock on Trump's door when we're not quite right mentally? We woke up on the wrong side of the bed. We still got our hair don't look right. Still got funky breath, and say, Donald, I want to talk. Donald will say, all right, Ye, come on. Boy, man, Ye got a lot of power, man. Ye has a lot of power. He has more power than he realizes. His platform is so nuclear, and it's a shame he can't use it for better purposes, in my opinion, my humble opinion. It's a shame he doesn't have some amazing advisors around him. He sure does in the law office, though. His legal team is fantastic, but advisors to speak to his community in a different way and build infrastructure for his community. Now, don't get me wrong now. He has a lot of great ideas. He's trying to build these different types of cities, and he's trying to build some kind of wigwam cities and all kind of stuff. That boy's out there. He's doing he's the Negro Elon Musk of certain things. He's out there doing some stuff. He don't got Elon Musk money. Now, let's not go crazy. He ain't putting satellites in the sky. He ain't building rocket ships. Elon's doing some stuff that Elon is from 1,000 years in the future, and he transported back. We understand Elon. Elon's different. But Ye, he's from about 100 years, maybe 200 years in the future, because he's doing some stuff. He's doing some stuff too. I think I think a few of these guys might be time travelers. Because these guys are doing some things that are just different. Bill Gates out there trying to kill everybody because he's been in the future. He saw, oh no, we can't sustain life. Let's go back and kill half the population. That's what he's doing. He's come back from the future to kill us, And Ye's out here trying to build solar powered wigwams. I don't know. Have you guys seen that? He's got some housing thing that he's trying to do. We need to only trust those with Jesus-like discipline. One that doesn't love money, they sell out quickly. We need mental and spiritual healing before. Amen to that. Anything tangible, we won't treat anything well without the proper healing. All right, Tierra Lloyd. I appreciate your words. Listen, at the end of the day, Scripture says money is a defense, that money answers all things. Once you reach a certain level of financial prosperity, okay? Once you reach a certain level, I always say this to everybody, you're beyond the money level. You understand what I mean? We work on a money level. We're at a monetary level. We exchange time for money. That's what we do. We wake up in the morning, we go somewhere, we stay there for a few hours, and they give us money. We exchange time for money. Ye is not exchanging time for money anymore. He's not on the money level. He can make money doing nothing. He can sit around. He can go on vacation for the rest of his life. He has residual, contractual, intellectual property that will never stop paying him. He has what licensing. Like, that's the real money. Licensing and interest. Licensing is the thing. Like, once people have to license things that you have created to use it, like then the world needs it or wants it. So we're at the monetary level. He's not. So when you reach to that level where you're not on the monetary level, you literally can sit around, start thinking of how you can change the world. And those are usually the world changers. The people that are like, I'm beyond the monetary level now. I have more money than I ever will need. And my money is stable. It can't be tanked. I can't really lose enough of it to affect my lifestyle. So now I'm going out here now trying to figure out, just creating ideas. Right? That's really where they are. Elon can sell off all of his doggone stock to buy Twitter. He can sell half of his Tesla stock to buy Twitter, because how much money does he need? And so Ye has reached a level where he has enough money. He has basically all that he requires to sustain himself and his family. And so now you can actually go out there and start making moves. Jesus didn't need money. In fact, if he needed it, he could create it. Like he did with Peter. Go out there, get a fish, bunch of fish. After you deal with the fish, there'll be money in the fish's mouth, pay our taxes. Yeah. And back to business. He didn't exist on a monetary level. He didn't exist on a money level. When we can, and that's what many of us are trying to gain more monetary, fiduciary money. But how many of us are trying to get beyond the money level? Get to the place where it's like, money doesn't matter to me. I don't require it. It doesn't force me to exist. It doesn't stop me. It doesn't. That's what. That's dope. This is Del K. Brereton, the real spiel. Yay. Them pay, brother. Make them pay. I'll talk to everybody later. Hey, join the channel, man. Subscribe, join. You know what? Rejoin if you're a member. Subscribe if